if you had to tell your 14-year-old self where you're like just got to 14, you might have made your first rep team, and you're like, you know, there's a chance for you if you want it to make the NRL. What advice would you give to that younger kid or your younger self?
Yeah, and there's a few layers to that. Like, it's like, if you love it, like, have a crack. Like, when I grew up, I loved riding motorbikes, so I had a crack, and to my body to my body's detriment, like, I was the first one to try that jump that no one would try. I was the first one to try that. I was the first one to try that hill climb that no one would try. Like, if you love it, have a crack. Yeah. And it's funny. Like I said at the start of the show, I do some stuff with the QRL 17s and 19s, and one of the things I said to them, I said, yes, footy's important, but there's much more out there than rugby league. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I don't want to diminish rugby league, because it's given me a whole lot and still continues to do so. But to speak to a 16-year-old who thinks that the game that they've got to play on the weekend with a busted shoulder to try and get into the rep team is the most important to them at that moment, it's the most important game. But in front of some of the coaching staff, I said, this game that you're about to play, yes, it's important, but it's not the most important thing in the world. There's much more out there. And I felt some eyes look at me like, shit, that's not what you're supposed to tell these kids. I'm like, well, that's the truth.
Yeah, yep.
I've seen some kids turn themselves inside out and back to front and continue to do so because they don't want to miss this game, because they might get picked in the rep team, which will get them into the top league, where that's not sustainable for them. Because if they can, like, the bodies at 17, they can't handle what the body did at 35 when I was still playing. Yep. So to them right then and there, that's important. But the first grade coach that picks them up in 3 years' time because they've done well, they're going to go, geez, you were tough when you were 16, kid. Yeah. I saw you play when you were 16. So right in your moment, there's a lot goes into it. Like, stuff doesn't happen. Yes, there is luck to it, because your body has to hold together. But in those moments, it's really challenging for those kids to think, this is the one that's going to make or break me. So they put everything so much into it, but it's a bigger picture. And there's, like, I love footy, love my family, love playing golf, love my mates, but I was very, the way I could sort of compartmentalise that footy's footy, and I've seen you do it, I've seen you really be big on it, but it's, if you love it, enjoy it. Yep. If you love and enjoy it, have a crack. And, like, the rewards, and they're up here. But if I didn't get to take this path, I could play Q Cup, and I could still enjoy those wins, enjoy that 20 minutes after the game. And so footy, once again, given me a lot at the highest level, but it's still footy. It's about being with your mates, it's about having fun, and once again, if you